requests for reviews on some certain new drugstore products lately, like the Clump Crusher Mascara and the Ultimate Suede Lipstick. So I thought it might be good to do one of those what's new at the drugstore videos, so you might know like what to go for and what to maybe steer clear of, or just my thoughts on it anyway. Because those displays, those special little setups showing you what's new can be so tempting sometimes. And sometimes just the fact that it's there and it's new, it like makes you want to try it. But there are some of these things that I'm not so much a fan of. So I'm excited to share that information with you. And I am going to start off with the Clump Crusher Mascara by Covergirl. This is one of the Lash Blast kinds of mascaras. So it's got that rubber brush, but you'll notice it's not near as big as the brush is that comes with regular Lash Blast. This one also has just a really subtle curve to it. I feel like it can get in there to your smaller lashes. The bristles on this are relatively short, close together, and there's a lot of them. As far as the formula, it's a little different from regular Lash Blast because I feel like it's just a little bit drier. I don't feel like regular Lash Blast is a really wet mascara to begin with. I mean, it's not even close to being as wet as something like a Maybelline Great Lash Mascara. But this may be even a little bit drier, and I love that kind of mascara for my lashes. I don't have the greatest, thickest, longest lashes ever, and I feel like drier formula mascaras are a little bit more buildable. And with a couple of coats, I feel like you really can build up your lashes without them getting clumpy. I could use a little more, maybe in the length department, a little more volume. It doesn't maybe go quite as far for me as like the Almay Get Up and Grow, but I love how smudge-free this is for me. I don't notice any flaking on my face throughout the day. This is totally the end of my work day here as I sit here in front of you, and I've got it on, and I really like it. With some mascaras, the more you kind of mess with it and go through your lashes, the more they just kind of stick together and you look like you got about 4 or 5 lashes. With this, it's like you can continue going through it and you can actually get more separation and more definition. But I've noticed this can give you clumps if you wait too long between coats. Like say you do want 2 coats on your lashes, I recommend putting on your first coat, then immediately going back in, getting more on your brush, and going right back to that eye. Because if you let it dry too much in between, that's where your clumps come about. But I mean, you could definitely build it up as it is still somewhat moist on your lashes and get a really nice effect there. Elf has these 32 color palettes. They have them in warm and cool, and I've had the warm for quite a while. It might have been Target, it might have been online, but I knew I wanted the warm, and then I didn't really look too much at the cool. As I got to looking at the variety of finishes and colors, and noticing that it wasn't just like one of those typical palettes with like the full rainbow effect, but that they actually threw in just some nice, interesting colors, and still gave you some neutrals as well. So you've got like neutrals across the top, fun colors in like your middle 2 rows, and then some deeper smoky colors in the bottom. I'm wearing it today. I'm actually wearing, let's see, gosh, kind of a mixture here, like these two, this lilac and the blue. I just swatched randomly a few of the shades right here. You can see some are matte, some are shimmery, some have more of a metallic finish, but it's a nice variety. And if you were looking for something to give to somebody as like that nice little $5 stocking stuffer type item, these are nice little palettes to have and play with and just see, you know, do I want to try experimenting with a blue eye or green or fuchsia or something? This is a really inexpensive way to try it out, and most of the shadows are pretty good quality. So just so you know, those palettes and even some others and some larger ones are out there in Walgreens now. Another shadow thing that's new is the Revlon Photo Ready eyeshadow, and this is sort of a kit here of 5 different eyeshadows kind of configured in the shape of an eye. It says primer plus shadow. Now don't get me wrong, all of these are a shadow, a powder consistency, but I guess they're calling this one right down here, they're all numbered, and this one is allegedly the primer, this color right here. The texture of these colors seems to vary with each different shade. Like I actually really love the creaminess, still powder, but you know what I mean, it's like a really rich texture on this one that claims to be primer plus shadow, but some of these others, like this accent color, this gold here, I thought it looked gorgeous in the packaging, but that is very, very flaky. I've gone ahead and swatched all the shades here. I feel like the dark brown was a really nice texture. That first one that I mentioned was nice. The other 3 seem to be really pretty flaky. If you can get like a nice concentrated swatch like I got, you can get full color, but when applied with a brush like on the eye, they don't really look that amazing. The price on this that I paid was right around $10, and for only having a couple of shades that I really enjoy, I didn't find it to be all that worthwhile. I also want to talk about these Ultimate Suede lipsticks, which I was really excited about when I first saw them. When I saw the shade selection, I thought, okay, these look like nice colors. I got my first one, I put it on, I thought, oh, it feels so good, and then like 10 minutes passed, and I thought, wow, my lips feel really dry. These don't go on looking like a lip butter. They don't have that instantly glossy appearance, and I don't think they're supposed to. I feel like with the lip butters, with the Kissable Balm stain, they feel hydrating, they're comfortable to wear. With these, you feel like they glide on pretty easy as soon as you put it on, but within just like a short window of time, they do feel pretty dry. So I'm not a big fan of these, not planning to really purchase any more. I do have a shade called Socialite. See, pretty color, pretty kind of peach tone, but you can see what the finish is. It's got like a little bit of almost a frosty appearance. It even starts to not only feel dry on the lips, but it looks a little dry on the lips after just a short time. I got this pink shade as well. This is called Silhouette, and so that's just kind of a light baby pink. And then I also got the nude color, which is called Private Viewing. And again, I really like the colors, but there are definitely things you could come up with in the lip butters line, like that's maybe a creme brulee, and there are different ones that you could find to sort of mimic those colors. The way I plan to make these work is to wear a gloss on top, because then the feeling of that lipstick seems to go away a little bit. Like if you like the color, which I do like these colors, I'll put a clear gloss on top and it'll make them more comfortable on the lips. And I know I talked about these in my last video, but in case you missed that, Wet n Wild does have new 8 color palettes out in CVS. A lot of people said they've seen them in Walgreens too. One is just like I Heart Matte, all matte shades, one smoky and purpley tones, and one is one that I've been using so much. It's called Sparkle Till Morning, and it's got great neutral shades. Don't be surprised if you see a tutorial using these coming up soon. But I just want to let you know those are out there. $5. The collection is called Where's the Party? I love those shadows so much, so definitely check out my video on those with swatches and more info if you haven't already. So I'm about to run out of space on my memory card, so thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great day.